number,
circles, bro.
email, and account name.
I think you've seen enough. The nigga was sharing weird shit
related to serious allegations. District administration is investigating.
All right, let's get to the footage, nigga.
Family, take a look.
Okay.
Talk to me.
Matthew, I have some unfortunate news.
Which is?
You have a warrant out of Florida.
How old is Matthew?
Are you aware of that?
No.
Okay. Well, you have a warrant out of Florida that has nationwide extradition, okay?
Nationwide?
Stand up and face the wall. You're going to be placed under arrest.
Damn. Nigga's a super villain. Where is this at? Is this Chipotle? What the? Where is this at? Is he in college? Or is this high school? I think it's high school. Wait, what the fuck? Nigga, what kind of room is this? The fuck? It was good, murder. Is this a high school? It looks like it.
So my partner's gonna search you. Just make sure you don't have.
Don't cry, nigga.
Like that on you.
They just got like a random Diddy room that's just empty. What type of room is this? Now imagine getting arrested in front of your classmates. Alright, they're searching the nigga. I'm gonna skip a little bit. Yeah, this is definitely a HS, because look what niggas is wearing. This is not no college class.
I need a bag.
Yeah, this nigga one of those, you know. So you gotta be careful for niggas like these. Nigga, he don't even got a backpack. You just got a fanny pack at school. This nigga ready to boom somebody. What's going on? This nigga had a cheese pizza on Discord. Wait, is this a middle school?
And Matthew, just so you know, we have cameras running, okay?
I don't know how. Yo, this is either middle or high school. Just look, she's like 4'3". This is a middle school? And why is there a cop right? I'm so confused. Why is there just a cop chilling here? Is this even a classroom? I feel like a dumbass. I ain't gonna let me skip ahead.
Fix, and if it's internet, Apple Ember can do it. 30 minutes later, with the promise.
Not gonna lie, if I'm a cop, I'm walking into the classroom yelling you're under arrest for watching fucking cheese pizza.
Turn himself. He appeared in green and get 60% off an annual plan. Court records show that Matt McChesney appeared in court and was allowed to travel home to Florida with the promise that he'd turn himself in once he got there. He did that on July 14th and posted a $115,000 bond. He was booked and released 30 minutes later.
So is he
I spoke with Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Chief Deputy Randy Tift about the investigation.
Yes, it is.
Yo, Randy, I don't give a fuck, bro. He looks like a cheat. Oh, is the rest of this is gonna be fucking lawyer footage? I mean, like, I don't know. I don't really like seeing shit like this. I want to see this nigga get arrested. Like, I want more context at the same time. Watch the TikTok or the review you sent me. Okay. Is this Dax?
You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying, but
Clock strikes 12. Midnight arrives.
Burger. Oh, the YouTube video? Do y'all niggas really want to see the fucking lawyers talk? There's no more fucking cop footage, bro. Like I said, Burger CEO.
Original tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. It goes into our major crimes unit and gets assigned to an investigator to look at.
Okay, I don't give a fuck about the process of him
How long
going
did
to jail.
that take?
Sometimes it is very time consuming, and the time consuming.
Okay, we don't care about this. I care about what he did. Like
a laptop, computer from his home, and then what happens at that point is all of those electronic devices goes to our forensics unit.
Right.
And there's a lengthy process that has to be done.
Yeah, this nigga's try not to say lengthy challenge if possible.
Upload everything that was in those devices, and then the investigator gets that information, reviews it, and determines at that point that there is a violation of law and that there are illegal images contained in those devices.
So, so they find these images.
How old is he?
They get the search warrant for Discord, and they see all of these different communications. I mean, there's a lot.
What was on there?
I'm not going to go through all of these, but they're very disturbing, and there are a lot of really graphic, pornographic images of children engaged in sex acts listed throughout this warrant. It's very, very disturbing. So what does this guy say? I mean, does he try to deny it, or what does he say to your investigation?
Fuck. Bro, imagine you in a server and nigga sends that shit. I ain't gonna lie, if I'm in a Discord server and somebody sends it, I'm reporting that nigga to the police. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I might just go on like the FBI show or like you just report shit. Like, I think there's like, I'm pretty sure there's like a website for like if you're like online and you see some shit like that. I think it's like it's something you can report that to online. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm not fuck that. It was good, Popeyes.
In the original interview, he admitted to the investigator there was going to be some things from Discord on his.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, this shit making me want to delete Discord too, nigga. Yo, like, bro, imagine your girl watch a video like this and then you get a Discord notice while y'all on a date. She gonna think you a weird nigga. Like, this should make me want to delete Discord too. But it's like I need Discord as a stranger.
What you found.
Didn't go to the extent of what we found.
How about you make an Instagram group chat? I ain't gonna lie, nah. I don't know, bro. To be honest, I really only use Discord for like before I streamed. I didn't use Discord at all. I ain't gonna lie. But like now that I do stream, I don't use Discord OD. But like I really only use Discord for like my community. I should only have the only Discord I should be in is niggas who I'm cool with and like my own. That's really the only thing I should be in. I'm about to leave a bunch of these like random servers or DSRP so I can play.
It's difficult to read. And it's even more difficult on these investigators that have to actually review.
Yeah, the investigators got to look at that shit too.
All of this evidence. And
that's nasty.
And they do an extraordinary job in a very difficult.
I only use Discord for e-sex.
Because as you stated, just reading it, it's horrendous. Imagine having to look at all this evidence and build a case against somebody after you have to look at those type of images.
I also asked Chief Deputy Tift whether there were any concerns that Matt McChesney may have had access to children through his mother's school and whether the investigation into him is ongoing.
At this point in our investigation, no, we don't have any concerns with that. At this point with what we
I can't blame him for quitting, nigga. I ain't gonna lie, like I could never, I ain't gonna lie, I could never do no job like that. Like if I'm gonna be a cop, I'm just gonna pull over black people and arrest them. I'm not doing this part where you gotta investigate these niggas who got cheese pizza on their phone. I don't give a fuck how much you pay me. Just go ahead and put me on the desk and nigga have me fucking be an assistant or just be like a regular cop.
That's all we have.
Some of them get fired too.
As the state attorney's office.
What the fuck is that?
We process this case and work with our investigators.
Nigga, is that a fuck? Is this nigga a Mossad agent?
If some other lead comes up, or
that's just not a dick.
Pops up,
that might be Israel Hebrew code.
Investigation, but at this
like
point,
malware.
We're pretty much done on our part, and it's going over to the state attorney's office for the prosecution phase.
So right now, Matt McChesney is free on bail. Now back to his mother, Kim McChesney. She is the assistant
what his
principal
mom
at
say?
Gulf Breeze Elementary School, and she is on leave.
What you doing if you got a kid? What you doing if you got a kid and then your kid just gets caught for having cheese pizza on their fucking computer or their phone? What you doing with the kid?
But now a video.
I ain't gonna lie, that nigga gotta get it. There's not a lot of things I would disown my kid for. Like if my kid is gay, like I'm not gonna disown you. You know what I'm saying? If you my daughter, I walk in and you getting pounded, I'm not gonna disown you. But if you got cheese pizza on your fucking phone making me look crazy, nigga, I'm off the get the fuck out my crib.
For being deposed in a civil case involving a substitute teacher who was accused of molesting 3 little girls who were students on leave. But now a video of her being deposed in a civil case involving a substitute teacher who was accused of molesting 3 little girls who were students has surfaced and raised a lot of eyebrows. It's from several years ago. Take a look.
Yo, go ahead and light the whole school on fire. So you telling me a substitute teacher did that to 3 little girls at elementary school, and then the principal's daughter has cheese pizza on his phone, nigga? Burn the school down, nigga. I ain't gonna let every kid there just go ahead and transfer. Burn that school down, nigga. Yo, if you're a parent and you let your kid continue to go to this school, terrible parent. I'm like, if I find out my daughter or my son's going to this school, they gone. I'm pulling them, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
Your testimony that they encourage
this
kind of conduct at that age.
So this is either the substitute principal, is the asshole Harry, depends. This is either the substitute teacher or the assistant principal. I don't know who this is. I think it's the assistant principal because she didn't like a fucking hole. You feel me?
I don't like the question. I don't mean to sound funny. You're asking me if I asked that.
You should follow being information woman.
No, ma'am. It never would be your testimony in this case, for instance, that they somehow.
All right, I'll send you a pic probably.
Prompted.
Which teacher is the rapist? They said it was a substitute, but this don't look like a substitute type of setup. This is like look at her setup. She got all types of plants, botanical gardens, like pictures in the back. I think this is the assistant principal. I don't know.
Behavior out of Mr. Mack.
Oh, okay. So Mr. Mack's the nigga that did it, and they're asking her like, "Is this okay? Like, why'd you hire him?" I'm assuming. I don't know.
I don't think what happened to them was appropriate.
Okay, yeah, okay.
But
What he do? But what? What do you mean, but? But? What she do? Why are you saying but?
I'm not sure how to answer that question.
What?
Well, ma'am, you are answering it, and you are suggesting, I believe, that you would in part blame the girls for this?
No way you're saying that.
Object to the formal question.
Look at the lawyer, nigga. You know she's... Yo, this nigga talking about object, bro. Yeah, just don't say another fucking word. Lawyer trying to save your ass.
I would not blame the girls.
Your lawyer getting excited that she answered that question.
Well, why can't you answer that question in a more definitive manner then? Because it sounds like you're suggesting that they contributed some part to this happening.
Just say no, they didn't. They're fucking in elementary
I'm
school.
object to the formal question. You can answer if you know.
I don't know.
Attorney Joe Zarzar pressed Kim McChesney further about whether she believed the 9 and 10-year-old girls brought this on themselves.
No, they didn't. Just say no. It's so easy.
Intentionally went up to his desk multiple times. You know, that happened. But were they doing this to get him to react? I can't say that they did or didn't.
What? Yo, is she crazy? Yo, she's making me feel dumb. Bro, okay, they went up to the nigga's desk 4 or 5 times. They're 9 years old. You think they wanted that to happen to them? No. They just went to their desk because they were kids, nigga. Are you dumb? So because they went up to their desk, that means they brought it on themselves. Yo, fire this bitch.
Went up to his desk multiple times.
Fire this bitch, gang.
You know, that happened. But were they doing this to get him to react? I can't say that they did or didn't.
Nigga, no, they didn't. Obviously, they did not want that to happen.
How old were these girls at the time?
Why'd I end earlier? Because I'm not hungry anymore. I'm finna fucking get a job working at McDonald's.
9, 10 years old.
Okay. How does a 9-year-old girl
or 10
walking up to a teacher's desk entice the teacher to touch them in their private parts and squeeze their ass? Excuse my French.
That's a good question. How does that end? No, answer the question, principal. Lawyer, shut up. You're a public defender.
Answer that question, please, ma'am.
Answer the question. How does that? Yeah, they're 9.
You're suggesting that they intentionally went up to his desk and that he would do something like that? Is that what you're suggesting?
You said act like you're part of the call.
I'm not.
Okay,
I'm not
yeah,
answering that question.
Actually, nah. Do I want to be in the Zoom call? All right, look. I'm this nigga and her. It's 2v2s, right? I'm on this nigga's team right here. I'm on this nigga's team. All right, I'm with the motherfucking you feel me? I'm with this nigga, right? It's me and the black dude. I'm the black dude, by the way. It's him and the black dude, right? Which is me, versus her and this nigga lawyer. Those are the teams.
I wasn't there, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the question. You're asking me what do I think the girls wanted to do or what they were looking to get out of it, and I can't answer that. I can only tell you what they told me. You're asking me an opinion, and so I feel like you're asking me.
Richard Mack ended up serving time in prison for molesting the girls.
Oh, this is Richard Mack? Okay, number 1. If I'm a teacher hirer, if that's what you call it, and I see this nigga pull up, I'm already gonna say, get the fuck out. I ain't gonna lie. Just looking at your face, like, you just look like I can't trust you. If y'all niggas were, like, say you're like, you work at the elementary school, right? And you're like the hirer. I don't know what they call these niggas, bro. You hire people, the teachers. Are you hiring this nigga if you don't know a thing about him? Yes or no? Fill me in. So this nigga raped like a 9 and 10-year-old or groped them. I don't know if I can say the M word. It ends with Lester and starts with mold. He did that to a 9-year-old.
And was released in 2021.
Wait.
Mack ended up serving time in prison for molesting the girls and was released in 2021.
How did he get released so fast?
I spoke with Joe Zarzar about deposing Kim McChesney.
It was 3 plaintiffs. It was 3 9-year-old girls, right? And 1 substitute pervert teacher.
3 9-year-old girls, 1 substitute teacher. Wow.
Who decided he was going to touch these girls inappropriately. And he did so as, I think it was a substitute math teacher. And one day he decided to victimize 3 little girls.
It's disgusting,
and so
bro. How long did he get?
The employer, and at the time, the school district was using a independent contractor, private company to get their substitute teachers from.
There you go.
And so I sued the private company that basically was supposed to vet the substitute teacher, and then I sued the school district.
Good shit, bro. Okay? That's great shit.
And I was basically alleging that both the company and the school district were negligent for allowing this pervert to be in the school.
I agree.
And
W prosecutor.
As part of that case, I was deposing the people that knew something about this teacher, and she was one of the people. So
what does she know?
The deposition, I guess you've seen the clip, but during the deposition, I was asking her.
He has dickhead glasses. Ignore it though.
On behalf of the school.
This nigga he does dress like a dickhead, but he is a good dude, bro. Not only did he, you know what I'm saying, expose the teacher, you know, by prosecuting him and getting him arrested, he also sued the school for hiring him, and he sued the people that, like, the independent contractors that got the subs. So he really went above and beyond, bro. You could tell the nigga rich, not dead ass, yeah.
School, she had any complaints about what the girls were doing, thinking she would immediately dismiss that, right? And say, absolutely not. They're 9-year-old girls. Why would I ever think to blame them, right?
True. Why would you ever blame them?
She did something very different than that. And I'm laughing now because it's so disgusting, but she basically blamed the girls.
True, she did.
And said they must have invited this, and they must have prompted it, and they must have egged it on in some way. And it's really not all the teacher's fault.
So you're sitting here during this deposition.
That's low-key a good thing I watched the video, because I ain't gonna lie, I was able to click off. But, like, this is crazy. The fact that shit like this happens in the world, and the assistant principal is gonna be like, well, the 9-year-olds low-key brought it on themselves. They went up to his desk multiple times. Like, what? Like, what type of logic is that? With that logic, if a kid goes up to any random adult, then they're just bringing it on themselves. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? How did you even get a job as a fucking assistant principal?
I'm assuming you are just like
I apologize for that.
Because typically somebody who is working with children would not take that position because they're little girls.
She's evil. That's why.
Right. Like, you're either just an idiot, and
I bet she's not an idiot. She's evil.
You're involved in it. Maybe. I guess there's a couple different ways you could look at this. You're either condoning the behavior and think it's okay, or you're a complete idiot, right? Or both, right?
Or both. Yeah.
Because
definitely both.
Even if you think that the teacher perhaps is not all at fault for this, why would you verbalize that as an administrator at an elementary school?
True.
Because it seems to be you're disqualifying yourself from that position to take the position out loud that you.
Bro, she's just dumb. I hope she got fired, bro. I really do. Like, I'm praying she doesn't work at a school anymore. She doesn't deserve to be around kids, bro. Like, people like that.
Kim McChesney's son, Matt McChesney,
back to this fucking
is
PDF.
charged with possessing child pornography.
Okay.
He apparently, according to the sheriff's offense report, the warrant for his arrest, obviously, they go to the school in May, the high school, and they question him. And according to the,
we all know you're gooning after yo. Why do y'all niggas use TS like that, bro? TS means this shit, that shit, or type shit. TS does not mean this, bro. You niggas are fucking gentrifying TS. What the girl do? Wait, what girl? You talking about the assistant principal? Nah, she didn't do anything quote unquote wrong, like illegal, but they were the nigga, like, this dude right here, he sued the elementary school for hiring him, and then they interviewed the assistant principal to say, like, how did he get hired? You know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of, like, legal shit, like, but she didn't get any charge or anything.
Document, he admits to the detectives, yeah, you're gonna find child sex abuse material on my phone. Yikes. And now she's under investigation because she apparently knew this and allowed him to attend an event at the elementary school. According to what we know,
you knew your kid had child. No, there's no way.
Sounds like the same person I deposed, doesn't it? I mean, it sounds like somebody that compartmentalizes these things, or doesn't think they're that bad. Perhaps
you knew your son had
maybe
child.
Maybe she's a sexual deviant. I have no idea. I don't know what to think about this woman. I do know that she doesn't have any. She has no business being in administration of any kind of school where there's kids involved. I can tell you that from just the deposition I took. Anybody that thinks a 9-year-old can prompt themselves to be abused by a pervert teacher, it has no.
I fuck with this nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
No right to be in a school, much less in administration in that school.
Zick, they saying you buying woman chatters. Is that true? The only nigga that's saying I'm buying that woman chatters is fucking Kevin Durant's man.
How was that lawsuit in which you deposed Kim McChesney? How was that resolved?
Yeah, facts. Good question.
Well, unfortunately, the shab of a company that PESG was,
went bankrupt.
They went out of business because they were. It was a horrible company. They had a horrible reputation in many states, not just Florida.
I'm glad they're out of business.
They ended up filing either bankruptcy and went out of business, and then they just came up as a different company.
He does not hold power.
Name. They didn't have an insurance policy that covered these allegations, so they never contributed much of anything to this. I still think the case is open against them because they have yet to be able to come up with a dime to settle this case.
I mean, I get it. This nigga wants to get paid, but at the end of the day, bro, if they went bankrupt, we're gonna ignore the. Now we already said his glasses was goofy, but I ain't gonna lie, this nigga rich, so. But yeah, at the end of the day, I get it. He wants money, but at the end of the day, bro, like as long as they go out of business and they can't hire no more of these PDF subs, bro, I think that's a win.
Well, it is very disturbing for sure, and the allegations being made against Matt McChesney, incredibly disturbing.
Incredibly.
Well, and there's one more thing I want to add, and this is another thing that'll say something about the Santa Rosa County School District.
Talk to me.
And this company, but during that case, the other thing that was alarming was this. I had asked for the personnel records, pervert teacher.
Okay.
And I said, give me his personnel file.
Right.
And they gave me his personnel file. And I started getting witnesses that were telling me that he had done similar type things at other schools. And I was thinking, well, wait a minute, I've got his personnel file, and it doesn't say anything about a history of these problems at other schools in the district. And so then I started wondering, maybe they didn't give me everything. So I went back to the lawyer for the district, and I was like, where is the other instances of bad conduct that are supposed to be in his personnel record?
There's no way.
Oh, you didn't ask us for his disciplinary file. You only asked us for his personnel file. And I was like, you got to be kidding me, right? And so I got it. I got the disciplinary file, which is kept, I guess, in a secret location, in a separate file cabinet, different than the personnel files, in a different room.
This is disgusting, bro.
And so I get the disciplinary file, and this guy had been touching kids all over Santa Rosa County for years. And they were just moving them around from school to school to school. And they were, I guess, okay with it. And they were okay with the practice of hiding documents, right?
Are you dead
it just seems backwards to me that you got a superintendent at the very top of this chain who is okay with all this. I would have cleaned house. I would have fired everybody. Everybody below me would have been terminated, including the person that said the disciplinary file is not part of the personnel record, right? You're fired. Get out.
The reason niggas do shit like this is purely, and this, bro, money is really evil, bro. Like, I get it, like niggas need money, but like the reason that they kept sweeping this under the rug was for money, bro. You got to realize, like, say they reported this dude immediately, they would have lost a lot of students that went to the school. Like, rightfully so, though, bro. Like, you earned it, bro. Like, if there's a PDF at your school, you hire them, bro. The parents have a right to pull their kids out of school. All they're thinking about is funding, bro. Funding and money. The less kids you got at your school, the less funding you got. If parents found out that there's a PDF at their elementary school where their kids go to, they're pulling the kids out the school. You get less funding. Superintendent makes less money. That's why they kept sweeping it under the rug, bro, which is really fucked up, bro. Like, you're putting your own money over children's safety. Like, really, nigga? Like, how evil can you be?
Why are they kept in a separate place? When the lawyer was asking for the records, you should have given him everything, not just one file from one.
In the same
doing that.
21st courts against her, allowing her son to walk through
that whole school system, that ISD is fucking disgusting. Person like me staying in school to teach the teacher a lesson bar. One more video, bro. It's fucking 5:30. Do y'all niggas not have school?